we make a special coverage on certain events and, of course, the latest developments happening in the region. And, of course, right now we are always concerned with the file of the Mid-East conflict, Iran, the United States and Israel. And in this regard, we're going to be speaking to Dr. Mohamed Ezaby, the political analyst, and he's going to give us insights on the latest update regarding the talks between Iran and the United States. Good evening to you, Dr. Mohamed.
Good evening to you, Lubna, and happy Eid.
Happy Eid to you too, sir. As you know, there have been consistent talks and tug-ons in regards to the peace deals happening between the United States and Iran, and they haven't been quite clear on reaching an agreement yet. So as a political analyst, please give us your insights or anticipations in the coming period.
Well, the indirect indications between the United States and Iran have entered one of the most sensitive and decisive cases since the escalation that began earlier in 2026. A recent mediation effort led by Oman alongside parallel diplomatic channels involving Qatar and Pakistan have produced signs of cautious progress, but major disputes remain unresolved. Current negotiations are focused on 5 core files: Iran's uranium enrichment program, the future of sanctions relief, security and navigation and the Strait of Hormuz, the release of frozen Iranian assets, for the regional de-escalation mechanism. Many reports indicate that negotiations have reached what officials described as a forward principle of agreement, but no final finding has yet been signed. The main point under discussion, uranium enrichment prices. The United States continues to demand strict limitations on Iranian uranium enrichment activities, including halting high-level enrichment, transferring portion of enriched uranium stockpile approach, expanding IAEA inspection, preventing any pathway toward weaponization. Iran, meanwhile, insisted that peaceful nuclear enrichment remains a sovereign right and refused complete dismantlement on its nuclear infrastructure. The enriched issue remains the signal figure of status to final agreement.
Dr. Mohamed, I just want to put the highlights on the fact that there is some kind of strain in the peace talks and the peace deals, and it's taking quite a long time, and it's not clear anymore how far is this going to go.
Well, up till now, we saw what Donald Trump said yesterday. I wait Mohamed Khamenei to accept the deal before I sign it. So I think that Mohamed Khamenei will not agree to this deal, especially that Mohamed Khamenei and the Revolutionary Guard insist to control Hormuz Strait, insist to continue a nuclear project, so they will not accept to let the United States to take the enriched uranium, will not accept that didn't take any peace from Hormuz Strait. Especially Donald Trump assured that no way to control the navigation on Hormuz Strait. Also, they talk about limitless of rocket projects, especially hypersonic rockets. Also, Iran didn't have any other weapon without hypersonic rockets. So no way for Iran to end this project. So the negotiations, as it is indirect negotiations, will not lead to anything. On the opposite, the last negotiations which held in Islamabad, United States sent J.D. Vance to sit with and Iran sent Taliban and Abbas Araqi, and some members reached to 70 members, Iranian 70 members. So if we wanted to reach a deal, must be a direct negotiation.
But how easy it is to bring the United States and Iran to have a direct negotiation. They're quite conflicting even with the proposals that they bring to each other indirectly. So how can we bring them to the same table?
Well, they sit on the same table on the last negotiations in Islamabad when they signed a ceasefire agreement.
Right, but they also just like end up in failures, and they end up with ceasefire after another ceasefire with no true destination to ending the war.
Well, without direct negotiating, the mediators can try to convince both parties, both countries, to sit on one table, as what happened in Islamabad before. Especially as the negotiations between Arabji and the mediators, Ezaby and the mediators, will not lead to anything. We need to put the two countries on the same table, and the mediators also try to reach an agreement which let two countries able to accept it. Without that, we will not see any agreement in the near future.
Right.
Especially, Donald Trump knows that Iran is wasting time, try to earn a lot of time, especially some rebels today talk about that Iran reaches to underground stores have thousands of rockets. So Iran wasting time, Donald Trump wasting time, try to set the price of oil stable, not to be raised. But after that, all this situation is up to that United States will fight Iran again.
Right. But Dr. Mohamed, we have seen the war, how it has been going since February the 28th. And according to the scene that we have been watching for the past few months, Iran has shown resilience against the U.S.-Israeli attacks, and they were very insistent on being very strong against all these attacks, and they stated clearly that they will not back down. Right now, the U.S. and Iranian negotiators, they reached a tentative agreement to extend the ceasefire. However, they want to make a new round of talks on the nuclear program. Iran did not immediately confirm any deal, and J.D. Vance, said it is hard to exactly say or when if President Donald Trump would approve of any deal. What exactly does Trump want, especially with the fact that Iran has established that it is a resilient nation against the U.S. And Israel attacks?
Well, you talked about a ceasefire. So can I ask a question? Where is the ceasefire? We say a three-term extension. The Strait of Hormuz remains central to negotiations due its strategic role. And we saw what happened yesterday in Hormuz Strait and Badr Abbas. Where is the ceasefire? Up till now, we didn't see full ceasefire. There is an agreement to ceasefire between Israel and Lebanon. And up till now, Israel continues to strike south of Lebanon, strike many places south of Beirut. So where is the ceasefire? Up till now, no real ceasefire. Also in Gaza, Israel still strike Gaza.
Right.
So without a deal, without a guarantee from a great power like China, Russia, in this agreement, no way to reach the ceasefire. Especially Iran, on their point of view, they are won the war. Also Donald Trump, in his point of view, he won the war. So no way to convince any country that they lost. They lost the war. So Iran, on the paper, Iran lost their infrastructure, lost thousands of people lost their navy, lost their air defense system, so they can say they won the war. Also, the United States lost their reputation of their planned, especially F-35.
Yes.
Lost many in attacks the United States faces in the Gulf Conference. So we can say that also the United States won the war. So without making indications between the United States and the Revolutionary Guard with Taliban directly, we will not reach to an agreement at all.
Well, that is quite a difficult stance to say, and it's hard to accept the fact that all the ceasefires are somehow failing with the continuous attacks happening in different parts of the region. And this brings us to this point, which is international organizations. We currently have several international organizations condemning the attacks happening in the region constantly, and it makes people wonder about how far can these international organizations be trustworthy and credible in stopping the war, especially that the ceasefire or the region has been in constant conflict regarding, despite the condemnations and the humanitarian law being ineffective in this regard.
Well, we will back to the speech of Dr. Badr Abdulati, where he say we want to rebuild the international organizations. International law is on some countries and not on other countries. Especially, we talk that international organizations can force Israel to stop the war in Gaza for 2 years. Also, up till now, they didn't succeed to stop the war between Russia and Ukraine. So, where is the role of international organizations? Dr. Badr Abdulati, in many speech, say we want to rebuild the international organization. We want to solve it because its rule is not clear up till now. They can't do anything. Especially any decision can be against Israel. We saw American veto to stop this decision. So where is the international organization? Also, they say that no need to the Iranian war to happen. Did Donald Trump listen to them? Did Donald Trump stop the war? No. So the Gaza war is stopped by the efforts of His Excellency President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi and his talk with Hamas and Donald Trump directly. And
Right.
Donald Trump forced Israel to accept the agreement. So did the United Nations do anything? No.
Right. Dr. Mohamed, thank you for your current insights on the latest developments. Of course, we closely always monitor the situation and the latest developments happening in the region, and the Egyptian leadership insists and very much emphasizes on the fact that dialogue is very important and diplomatic paths are the only way to solve all the conflicts in the region, and military escalation is never the answer. This is Lubna Yahya with you in this special coverage. Thank you for watching Nile TV International.